My choice for website article is by smashingmagazine.com, and it is How Being in a Band Taught Me to Be a Better Web Designer. This guy is a web designer by profession, but he sidelines as the singer in a band. And he has a few things to say about how one profession can help him in his other profession. His first subject is speaking to the audience. Basically, as a web designer, you have to present your website design to the client, and sometimes it's a panel of people, sometimes it's just one person. But if you're afraid to get up and present your ideas and explain the reasoning for those decisions that you're making, it's going to be really hard to get people to hire you. Um, he says he has had to improvise a lot being on stage if something goes wrong, and that was really good practice for handling unexpected questions or issues that come up when he's presenting to clients. Being able to communicate clearly and confidently is one of the primary skills that he looks for when hiring web designers for his team, and so he feels that being up in front of people in a band really helps get used to that pressure of being the center of attention. He then says that meeting the fans really helps him because a lot of his business is mostly referrals from people who are just talking him up versus actual website design. It's a networking thing, and basically, if you're good to your clients, you have a good long-term relationship with them, they're going to pass people your way, and they're going to refer you to other people to get business. He says you need to tailor your set list to your audience. So if a crowd is unfamiliar with their music, they would make sure to play a recognizable cover song early to give the audience something to connect to. And it's pretty much the same with his client presentations. Before he meets a client, he tries to schedule a call to get some questions answered, find out kind of what they're looking for, and then he has something to draw them in right away when he's actually making his presentation. Time for practice. Basically, he says that because he was into web design, he became the band's webmaster and responsible for designing, developing, and maintaining their websites. And he got practice doing that, which let him try new things and experiment in ways that he wouldn't necessarily be able to with the client work. And so it taught him that practice is helpful even if the website doesn't turn out great, and that you can always use more work and more practice. Um, and then it also gives you an opportunity to challenge yourself and try some real new and crazy things because it's just your site, and if it's messed up you can start again. It doesn't matter. You're not under a deadline, and you might come across something that really works great. Making friends in other bands. He says that, in his band, they would meet other people, other bands that were just starting out or maybe a little more established than them. And, if they made friends with them, they would get added to the bill, be able to get some experience on stage and build their own following. He says do the same thing in web design. If you're working as a freelance designer, then try to make friends in other agencies. Sometimes they need to bring in extra help if they get big projects, and it's a good way to get experience. Team effort. Uh, while we all can be on our own and make our own designs, there is a lot of times when we are going to be on a web design team. And while it's not always easy to work with other people, everybody has their own opinion about what should be done, how things should look. If you don't find a way to work together and find ways to integrate your different points of view, then as he says, there can be no harmony. You may not be the one that actually designs the page. Maybe you're just the one writing the code. So you have to work together with the person designing it because you are a team and the end result is what really matters. He finishes up by saying that his time playing in a band is something he will always remember, partly because of the experiences, but also that it helped him learn some critical skills to um, help his success as a web designer today. One of the things, the ability to speak clearly and confidently in public. Um, A lesson in how being enjoyable to be around makes people want to be around you, which he says works for both for rock bands and for web design. The importance of tailoring your set list or your presentation to make an early connection with your audience. How side projects and the chance to practice and experiment outside of your normal client work can help you grow as a web professional. Making friends with other web designers and agencies can help you get better work, and in the same way that making friends with other bands can help you land better gigs. And the success is a team effort, and to truly make great music or websites together, you need to learn to play as a group and not act as a solo act.